Happy New Year, happy 2024 to everyone out there. Thank you so much for being a part of the channel. I hope 2023 was great for you, and I hope 2024 is even better, because I think that's what's going to be the case for the channel. We're going to have a channel update at the end of this video, so I would encourage you to stick around for that if you'd like. But in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 EDC trends that I want to see in 2024. Not necessarily predictions per se, but ones that I want to see, trends that I want to see in EDC in 2024. Now, I do want to say I have no shortage of ideas about future videos, especially videos for 2024. In fact, I've got probably 8 to 10 months of videos that I could do right now, just with the ideas and the things that I have to review. It's going to be an amazing, amazing year here on the channel, but I love your ideas. I would love to hear your ideas. And so if you've got any ideas about what brands I should get in contact with, or what knives you want reviewed, or pouches, or any of that kind of stuff, specific products, specific things I haven't talked about yet, I would love to hear from you. If you need to pause the video and comment below, I would love to get you involved. And I'm gonna give you a little door prize for that. If I take your idea, write it down as a potential video idea, then guess what? You might get stickers, you might get some loot, you might get some stuff from the channel. And so make sure you comment below, and I would love to get in touch with you if you've got a good enough idea and I write it down, get you some of that stuff. But in this video, we're gonna talk about 5 EDC trends that I wanna see in 2024. So let's get to it. So number 1 is even more great budget knives. Civivi made an awesome flipper knife called the Mini Praxis. It was my favorite knife of 2023, favorite budget knife, especially of 2023. And I want to see what the other knife companies can do. There are certain brands who will never do a budget knife. It's a lot like Apple. Apple is never going to make a budget iPhone. They're never going to make a budget laptop. They're never going to make a Chromebook, cheap laptop. And there are certain brands like ProTech and Chris Reeves and things like that. Brands like that, they're never going to make a really cheap budget knife. But there are other brands that I think that maybe would benefit from that. And some brands are already making, like Kershaw, CRKT. They're making really good knives at pretty good prices, bumping up right against the budget category in the $40, $50 range. I would consider extreme budget to be like 25 to 30 bucks. But I would love to see a flood of amazing $35 to $45 to $55 knives. And we get a lot of that with Civivi, but I would love to see some of these other brands. Think about this. Think about what if Benchmade made a $60 or a $50 knife that was a budget. What would that do? Sound off in the comments. Let me know what you think about that. But I would love to see even more budget knives from great budget knives from companies here in 2024. And as far as budget options go, I would love to see budget options with everything. Budget flashlights. Flashlights are getting a little bit more expensive. I'd love to see a budget sling, a budget slip joint come out. I'd love to see something that was sub $50, sub $40 out there. That's just awesome. Speaking of which, I do think that one of the trends this year is going to be fixed blades with slip joints and traditional knives. I really think that slip joints, traditional knives, and fixed blades are having kind of a big comeback right now. I do think this is one of the prediction trends. I think this is going to be one of the things we're already starting to see a little bit of it, but I think that's going to be a big trend going into 2024. Now, as far as fixed blades, I'm going to talk soon about my Nuge Knives Wicket, and I just love this little thing. If you saw my YouTube short on it, got a bunch of views, and I love this little knife, but it is nowhere near budget. It's not even knocking on the door of budget. And what I would like to see is some everyday carry fixed blades that you can carry, that are not huge, that are pretty small, maybe not as small as the Wicket with its 2-inch blade, but pretty small, that I could put in my pocket, that I could carry, that are sub $50, or even I would bump up against 60 or 75 bucks. I would pay that for a quality fixed blade, maybe with some D2 steel on some of those, or 14CN, any of those types of steels I would love to see in a blade, but it doesn't have to be Nitro V or Magna Cut, but I would love to see some budget type fixed blades that you can carry specifically. For me personally, I think I'm going to be buying a lot of fixed blades, a lot of traditional knives this year, and maybe even a few slip joints. The next thing I'd like to see that I haven't even heard plans for, and I don't even know if you can do it, but the next thing I'd like to see is an Ultum Flashlight, a flashlight made of Ultum. And I don't know why this isn't a thing yet. Like, you could just, any company that does this is just going to take my money. And so if you know any brands out there that are making a flashlight out of Ultum, or at least partly out of Ultum, it doesn't have to be entirely out of Ultum. I could almost see where for like temperature and stuff like that, that you would need something maybe like metal for the emitter part of the light, but maybe Ultum for the body. I don't know, just somebody out there make it. Olight, make it. I will absolutely give you my money. I want an Ultum flashlight, and that's the one thing that I haven't been able to add to my carry with Ultum items that I would like to. So that's one of the things I'd like to see. So whoever you're out there, make it happen. The next trend I would like to see is more pre-orders and less drops. And what I mean by that is that a lot of websites will do what's called drops. They will just drop a certain quantity of an item, and they'll do it a certain time, and once it's gone, it's gone. And there's a lot of creators that do this, and I understand, don't get me wrong, I love small businesses and small creators, guys that are making stuff by themselves, maybe making it with a couple of other people in really limited quantities, and that creates a lot of scarcity because a lot of people want it. Say 10,000 people want an item, but only 1,000 people are able to get that item. Well, that creates that scarcity. Well, when you've got a 1 or 2 man shop, when you're working through various manufacturing, when you're like News Knives making them all by hand, I can completely understand doing a drop instead of maybe a pre-order, because you may not have the capacity to fill a pre-order. If 10,000 people do a pre-order and say 9,500 of them are able to pay, or their credit cards don't go through, the cancel, just a lot of stuff that creators, I completely understand what these creators have to deal with and why they don't do pre-orders. But what I would like to see is from like a Big Eye Design, or maybe not just the independent by themselves sole creators, but maybe the companies, the bigger companies, I would like to see more pre-orders than drops. And I think that's what the direction we're kind of going in. I'd like to see a company like Data Crew. I've got a package coming from them very soon, and I'm really looking forward to getting some of that stuff and sharing it with you here on the channel. But I'd like to see a Data Crew or a Big Idea Design do some pre-orders for their stuff so that they can fulfill those orders, because they've got a little bit bigger companies and more people working and stuff like that. So I'd love to see more pre-orders, not necessarily drops. Let's do that this year. The last thing I want to say and want to see this year is more collabs, more collaboration between not just EDC companies, but also EDC creators. I've got some plans, and I'll go over this in the channel update here at the end of the video, but I've got some plans for some great collabs this year. I'm a part of the EDC collab group, which you've probably already seen a couple of videos. John Gadget, Max Level EDC, those guys, Moorlander EDC, those guys put together some collab videos that they plan all together. Well, I'm a part of that group now, and so we're going to be able to put out the videos all together at the same time on the same thing. And what you're going to have is the same challenge with like dozens of different creators doing the same kind of video, but with different stuff with their own viewpoints. And I love that kind of stuff. But I want to do like more interviews with small creators, small companies. I want to do more collaborations with other YouTubers. And so again, if you've got any ideas for that, sound off in the comments below. If you've got a channel out there that's got, and again, I'm still a very, very, very small channel, but if you've got a channel that's got 1,000, 2,000 subscribers, 100 subscribers, and you're trying to get started in EDC, I would love to interview you on the channel. I would love to talk with you, put you on a video, give you a little bit exposure maybe with, the very few subscribers I have, but give you a little bit more exposure with that. And I'd love to get the word out there on more EDC creators in the space. And so again, I'd love to see more collabs across the board with gear, but also with YouTube as well. All right, that's it for the main video. Thank you so much for sticking around. We're going to do a channel update now, and I want to tell you what's going to be planned for 2024. The things that, again, planned, keep being the key word, not executed yet, because you know how plans change, things change. If I've got a wife and 3 boys and a full-time job, and the full-time job has to take priority, not the YouTube channel. And so I'm really looking forward to, I'll tell you a couple of things. I'm really looking forward to going to a couple events. So the first collab, I talked about collabs before, but the first collab that I've got scheduled is a collab very soon with EDC, Sam himself. He's got a channel called EDC. He does a tremendous job with it. I'm looking forward to doing a combination video with him, probably a couple of videos with him, maybe just us talking, or maybe us talking about a specific piece of gear, maybe meeting up at Smoky Mountain Knife Works in Knoxville, because that's about a halfway point between us. So really looking forward to that in whatever shape or form that takes. I'm looking forward to the EDC collab group. I'm looking forward to doing something with that, and I explained that previously in the video. But I'm also looking forward to going to some events. I think I'm going to go back to Blade Show Atlanta. Blade Show Atlanta is where everybody just kind of comes together, and it's the closest one for me. I can get there in 4 hours. And it's going to be the easiest for me to go to. And so I'm really looking forward to that. I will not be at SHOT Show. I will probably not be able to go to any other Blade shows like Blade Show West or Blade Show Texas, even though I really would love to go to Texas, although it's a very busy time on the full-time day job for me. So that being said, I will be at Blade Show Atlanta. So if you're making plans to be at Blade Show Atlanta, I would love to see you there. On that note, in the fall, I believe in late October, there is a get-together, something. Anyway, Sam at EDC NC told me about this. There's a get-together at Smoky Mountain Knife Works that I'm really looking forward to being a part of. Haven't been invited yet, but I'm hoping to be invited to that. And secondly, Georgia Bushcraft. Georgia Bushcraft is going to be, again, fairly close to me. I've got these amazing events that all happen within 3 or 4 or 5 hours of me, and so I'm really looking forward to that. And I want to go to Georgia Bushcraft. I believe that's going to be the first or second weekend in November. I missed it this past year because a relative got married, and so kind of had to be at that. But really looking forward to that. And you will have videos on all of this stuff. I didn't really shoot a lot of video at Blade Show Atlanta this year because it was my very first Blade Show. I was just frankly overwhelmed with all the stuff that was going on. And so I'm really looking forward to talking to a bunch more creators, getting connected with that sort of thing. It's going to be, I'm looking forward to it a lot. In addition to that, you can expect, I would love to go to a lot of different local blade shows here. There's a lot of local knife shows that I'm going to be going to, a couple of different places I want to visit. When I go, in my day job, I get to go on business trips, and sometimes I'm going to find the knife stores like in Farmington, Arkansas, or Orlando, Florida. I'm going to be going there later this year, so I'm really looking forward to doing that as well and sharing that on videos. And as far as the channel, I haven't really thought about a membership yet. YouTube has memberships you can do for $1 or $2 a month. If that's something that you're interested in and supporting me directly, if I get enough support with that, I can almost turn off the ads on my videos. And so if you want to do that, let me know down in the comments. If you're up for a membership program, if you'd be willing to give me $1 or $2 a month, and I completely understand if you're not. I don't know that I would. But if you're willing to do that, $1 or $2 a month is what really all I'm talking about, then I would love to get your thoughts on a membership program, maybe an official type of membership program with extra benefits, Discord, all that kind of stuff. So again, let me know what you think about that. And as far as videos and this video schedule, I've really tried, and I say tried in quotations, I've really tried to get a video out every week. That doesn't always happen. Case in point, this video is coming out about 10 days after the last video because I noticed that my video was performing really well. The one, and I'll link it up here, the Christmas pickups video. And so it's performing really well, and I kind of don't want to interfere with that because I've always got the next video ready to go. I've always got one planned and in the side pocket ready to go. And so the thing about that is that I would love to do a video every week, but especially as it gets toward the summertime and I get to my busy time at the day job, it's going to become more and more, less and less. I probably only have a video about every 10 days. So what you can expect in 2024 is 2 to 3 main videos a month, maybe 3 to 4 to 5 YouTube shorts. And if you see my YouTube shorts, make sure you're watching those, liking those, commenting on those. I would love to, again, interact with you on there. I'm going to try to maintain my track record of commenting on every single comment, even if it's just a thanks, appreciate it, or whatever. I really want to interact with every single one of you. So if you comment on the channel, I am going to see it, I'm going to read it, and I'm going to comment on that. Now, there's been very few times, I do want to address this as kind of our channel update here. There's been a few times where there has just been some trolls, and you guys know what that looks like and everything. I will not engage the trolls, okay? I will not engage somebody that comes on here with a hostile comment and saying something just mean or spiteful or whatever. I'm not going to engage. In fact, I will probably just delete and move on. That has not happened very much, and I really appreciate that from all of you. In fact, a lot of the criticism that I've gotten on the channel has been extremely constructive criticism. And just got one the other day. Somebody was asking about something with the audio. They said they heard a high pitch. They were giving me feedback in a constructive, purposeful way. And so again, let's be civil with one another. I don't think I have to tell you guys that, because this community is really top notch. The EDC community, the creators, the people that are making stuff in the EDC community, and the people that interact on the YouTube channels and the Discords and everything like that are absolutely top notch. And so I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate your kindness, okay? We're going to be kind to one another first, and we're going to be constructive as well. And so that's kind of my hope for the channel and the channel comments. You can tell me that you don't like something, and you can do it in a kind and respectful way. So again, in advance, I appreciate that very much. I believe that's it. This has been kind of a little bit of a grab bag video, but what do you think about my EDC trends? What do you think about the things that I mentioned? Again, would love to have interaction in the comments from you. I will read every single one of them. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure that you like the video for the algorithm. Really helps us out. Doesn't cost you anything. Really appreciate you being a part of the channel. I'm looking forward to a great 2024 with you. God bless you. Have a great week.